season on, man. You guys gotta let me know if you hear me okay. Let me know if you can hear me okay. Before I get to going on a rant, before I get talking, let me know if you guys can hear me okay. And I'm gonna let people join in on the live as well. I know people probably at work. People got 9 to 5s. We're gonna be talking a little bit about that. We're gonna be talking about manifesting the life that you want. And I'm not just gonna come here and talk all fluffy shit about manifestation and be some fucking like TikTok philosopher or some shit. Okay. I'm telling you guys from experience, and I'm gonna tell you guys my experience. I'm not just gonna give you a bunch of quotables. I was sitting down. What is it? Monday. Hi Trish. Hi Trish. Haven't seen you in a long time. Yeah, the algorithm don't really. The algorithm is doing what the algorithm is doing. So I don't really show our videos to many people. Peace, peace and love. Peace indeed. Hope you guys are having a beautiful day. It's Monday, and I came to this park. It's not even a park, it's just the between buildings, but it's a long stretch of land that they just leave. So I like to come in here and just meditate before I go into the warehouse. I will not go to work, and I work for myself, but I will not go to my own work or my own place of work without meditating or without grounding in nature. I refuse. Work is not the first thing that I'm doing in the morning. That is how they fucking kill you. Your body and your cycles work with the sun. So, there is a reason why our great ancestors, our great grandparents and all that woke up with the sun. Woke up when maybe like an hour before sunrise because of the fucking roosters. Shout out to my people in Puerto Rico. Um, but there's a reason for that because your body gets the most motivated. It has the most juices flowing. Okay, it has the most hormones kind of just for motivation and getting up and doing in the morning time and in the afternoon time. Guess what we're doing in the morning time and the afternoon time? When I say we, I mean the majority of, you know, the majority of the collective and have been doing for quite some time now. Working on what? For ourselves, for our family, for our community? Nah, for most likely a Caucasian man in America. It can be anybody, I guess, but most most definitely it's gonna be a Caucasian man. And it's not for the betterment of ourselves. It's not spiritual work. It's very draining work for most people. It's very, especially if you're someone who considers yourself awake or woke or spiritual or whatever, aware. Many of those people suffer the most when it comes to 9 to 5 regular living, because they already are aware of they already are aware of a way of life that they envision. They're not just robots, mundane, day to day, just going through the motions. It's like the Matrix. You have the people inside the Matrix who have no idea what the fuck the Matrix is because they are living in it. They see nothing else. That is what it is. That's what's real. And then you have the people who kind of like wake up like, ooh, it's definitely not supposed to be this way. Pardon. So this watermelon's moving shit. I love seeded watermelon. Man. Looks all pretty. So there's a way to manifest life. Okay? We manifest life every day, actually, unconsciously or consciously. And I was sitting here and I'm just thinking to myself, man, how grateful am I? You know, I always have to remind myself this is a part of my journey. This is just me being vulnerable and honest with you guys. This is a part of my journey is to be able to sit back and recognize what I have accomplished. Be able to sit back and recognize what I have achieved, what I have manifested. A lot of us get stuck into this, especially if you're an entrepreneur, you get stuck into this hustle and bustle lifestyle that, oh, it's never enough. What do they say? Never, it's, you know, there's never enough money in the world, or never settle. Don't celebrate the win. Like, people don't celebrate their wins. You know, it's crazy because in 10 years from now, if you're actively doing things towards becoming that person you want to become, opening that business you want to do, having that health you want to do, so many of us would get stuck into that go, 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 do lifestyle, like check off a checklist and write another goal, check it off, and you don't even celebrate the past 10 years of goals that you just achieved. You're on to the next one. And you're getting onto yourself because you haven't finished that next one or because you keep fucking up. You know, it's like my parents used to do me when I was a kid. They probably did hell of you guys like this as a kid. You'll get all A's and then that one F, they yell at you for that one F. You know, so subconsciously we become like that with ourselves. So having the awareness to step back, having the awareness to step back and appreciate what you've accomplished, appreciate how far you've come, appreciate how resilient you've been. That is important if you're going to manifest anything. More than that, it's going to be your why. You know, you have to remind yourself of your why. And it's never going to be your true deep why is never going to be about money. Never going to be about material items. It's always going to be about the betterment of other people around you, of course, as well as yourself. And when you remind yourself of that why, you're able to push through anything, guys. You're able to stay consistent. You're able to stay disciplined. It charges you up. That is the emotion that we talk about when it comes to manifestation. If you ever hear my videos or any other person videos, are always talking about intention and emotion. That's all you need. And some people will be like, it's not that simple. It quite literally is. Okay, it really is. Any person can look under the hood of a car and be like, this is crazy, but a mechanic can tell you it's actually really easy to understand. Okay, thinking something is complex like that, that's just your own belief system. Okay, if you simplify things for yourself, manifestation becomes very, very easy. Set the intention, have the emotion. So the emotion comes from the deep why. You have to ask yourself the why. And if the why does not make you cry, keep asking yourself why. I tell everybody that. I tell my business clients that. I tell my friends that. Everybody that. If the why does not make you cry, it is not a deep enough why. That emotion has to be deep. And if that emotion of why you're doing what you're doing, why you're manifesting what you want to manifest, why are you chasing this dream? Why are you doing this every single day? Why are you staying up just to start this business? Why are you hitting the gym because you want to do this? Why are you changing your lifestyle? Like, why? What's the deep, 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 deep why? And if it does not make you cry, you don't have a deep enough why. And if you don't have a deep enough why, when it comes to those slow times, when it comes to those dips in motivation, when it comes to those challenges, you are not going to last. How many people do you know are always switching careers, are always switching? They drop a business, build another business. They drop a relationship, they try to build another relationship. You know, they're easy to just toss things away. That why, that why, that why, that why. Okay? because I want to finally be free. If that don't make you cry, if that don't get you feeling something in your body, you have to ask a deeper why. Usually the seven or eighth why will make you cry. Usually that's the man, this watermelon is moving shit. I love it. I mean, this thing's huge too. Look how big this is. This is only not even half. It was like this big. It was so long. Look how pretty that is. Okay, so that emotion, that's that key, man. I'm telling you. That's that gas to the car. That's that gas to the car. Okay, your intention is the GPS. What happens when the GPS goes away? What happens when the GPS turns off? What happens when you have to find a better route? That GPS or that intention is going to require some type of fuel to go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. These are day two curls at that. Probably it's peak. Day two and three are the peak. But thank you so much, guys. The watermelon is why I have this hair. When I eat, all of that comes into my. Whenever I finish like eating and there's like juice on my hands, what do I use for my curls? I use our. If it's not coconut oil that I use head to toe, like hair and everything, then it's our hair repair oil over on our website, lifetheplainway.com. Look, I'm not paying for fucking hair products, bro. One, you know how expensive hair products are? Are you crazy? They got y'all women, whoo, fucked up. And I say that because most women are the ones who invest in hair care, if we're being honest. Especially when it comes to the conditioners and the oils and the stuff like that. They got y'all by a chokehold. Crazy. So I'm only using my hair repair oil if I'm not using coconut oil. Because it's for the free for me. So I'm using my oil. I know how to make it. I make it with my damn hands. Oh yeah. I'm only using my shit. Bro, they got conditioners at like $30 a bottle. You know how much hair I have, bro? When it extends, my hair goes down to my lower back. You know how much, and my wife has curly hair, my son has curly hair, our daughter, she's about to be two, and her hair has like the Betty Boop curl, so she's gonna have curly hair. Oh, hell no. That's too much money, bro. We have too much hair. Too much hair. I've been saying this for years. I barely use anything in my hair. Water and oil, that's it. Water, you brush the shit, okay? Maybe after like maybe if it's heavy, like because oils do get kind of heavy, especially on the scalp. I would say after 4 or 5 days, I'm using like an apple cider vinegar, like herbal shampoo that I made, where it's gonna clean your scalp completely. And then after that, wash it off, and then oil. Boom, that's it. People would be like, "What's your hair care routine?" The fuck routine? What routine do I need? Brush. You know how long this takes? It takes like an hour to brush after a couple days. If it gets hella, this thing gets knots just from right now, from the wind blowing. There's knots creating itself. Ah, that's because that hair is electrical, boy. Let me tell you. But I appreciate you guys. Congrats on the baby, by the way. Congrats on the baby. What you need to be drinking ASAP, if you aren't already drinking it, is a nettle leaf, oat straw, red raspberry leaf, and either goat's rue or fenugreek. Excuse me. But if you want, and shout out to the mothers out there. I just went to a panel yesterday. It was my first panel that I've ever done. Well, I guess my second panel. My second panel that I've ever done live. You crazy? Of course you got C's. Fuck out of here. What you talking about? I went to a panel yesterday for the second time ever. I got to do live speaking. And it was actually called Village of Mothers. So shout out to all the mothers out there. It was a educational and Just powerful event for parents, for mothers and fathers. It was beautiful, man. I was on the fatherhood panel because I have two of my own, 4-year-old, 2-year-old. I was able to talk about fatherhood and plant allyship. So fatherhood and plant medicine, working with plant medicine. And I would not wish my worst enemy a fatherhood without, or a motherhood without plant medicine of any sorts. I don't care if it's mushrooms, cannabis, herbal, herbal things, other medicinal herbs. I don't care what it is. Man, this thing is good, bro. My wife gonna look at me crazy. Like, damn, you took the whole watermelon out the fridge. This is my lunch for today. This is my lunch and my dinner for today. So I'll just grab the whole damn watermelon out the fridge and I'm just taking it in a bag with a knife and I'm walking out the door. All right, bye, babe. This thing's sushi. So where I get mine is I get it from Sprouts. I'm on the West Coast. If you want to get seeded watermelons and you're on the West Coast, go to a Sprouts. If you are on the East Coast and the South, I don't know about the Middle East. Y'all just out there. Y'all just in the middle of nowhere. But if you are on the East and the South, I guess the Middle East too, find yourself a local farmers market because they are in season over there right now. Okay, they're not in season for our farmers over here on the West Coast, especially since it's been really cloudy. It's been kind of weird. But if you are on the South or the East Coast, then you must go to a farmer's market. If you guys want to get good fruit, go to a farmer's market for one. And Sprouts on the West Coast is Sprouts Farmers Market. That's what they're called. They're like a big chain farmers market, I guess. But Sprouts Farmers Market, that's if you don't want to find a local farmers market. But the absolute best place is the local farmers market. And there is one in every single city of America. So don't tell me there's not a farmer's market around you. Okay? Just put farmer's market and then your city. Okay, farmer's market in your city. If you want to pick a good watermelon, there's a couple different things. And I've made videos on this. I have 1,000 videos on my page, guys. Go over to my page, start scrolling, start binge watching, spend a couple hours on my page over the next few days. Okay? And what I want you to do is I want you to find the video of fruit, picking fruit. But I'll talk about it right now. When you want to pick a watermelon, there's a couple different things that you want to do when you're picking watermelon. And this comes for any fruit. You want to use your senses. Okay? You want to use your senses. So, first we're going to look at the eyesight. You want to look at the color. The one thing you always want to spot on a watermelon is the yellow spot. Okay, there should be a yellow spot. This is called the sunspot. All right, this is where it was sitting. Okay, and this will tell you how ripe it is. The more yellow it is, the more ripe it is. Okay, this one's kind of like a small tint of yellow, but there's other things that you want to confirm before buying a watermelon. So, first you want to look for a sunspot. If it has a sunspot, great. If it has like scratches, like those brown scratches, that means that something smelled it and it was good and it's trying to get at it. Like some animal is trying to get inside of it. Okay, but then you also want to look at the stripes. These stripes. The more connected, you see how this one's like all the way connected, it's going to go all the way pretty much the entire way. This one's kind of disconnected a little bit. This one's kind of crazy. This one's kind of crazy. This is connected, and then it goes like that. So the more connected it is, the sweeter it will be. The more connect, and this is for these types of watermelons, not for all watermelons, not like sugar babies or something. But on these, when you see that those stripes, the more connected they are, the more ripe they are, the better they're gonna taste, generally. Okay? Then, hold on, bro, slow down, slow down, slow down. Okay, so that is the sight, right? I'm talking about all the senses. All right, the next sense is smell. Sometimes you can smell a watermelon. Sometimes, not all the times. It's a really thick skin. Okay, I've noticed at the farmers markets, usually I'm able to smell them more. All right, the next one, and the smell is usually for like mangoes. You want to smell mangoes. If you can't, I always tell people, if you can't smell a mango, don't eat it. And this comes from Puerto Riqueño. This comes from someone who is literally addicted to mangoes. I'm not ashamed of that. Okay, the next one is touch. On most fruits, you can see if it's soft and squishy. This one you can't, but you can either knock it to hear how hollow it is. The more hollow it is, the more ripe it is. Okay, this is not saying that you want the most hollow, because then you're just gonna have mush inside. All right, but generally the more, and it depends on what you want. If you want a more soft and ripe, then you want it a little bit of hollow, kind of like a hollow drum, like a hollow wall. Okay, the more solid it is, the more crunchy it is on the inside. Sometimes it'll be sweet, but most of the time it's usually just watery and crunchy. Okay, but some people prefer that, right? So you want to knock it. You want to hear that kind of like drum sound. What I like to do is and yes, I'm that weirdo. I'm that weirdo in the grocery store that will literally be picking up all the watermelons, putting it on my ear. That's the best way to do it. If you put it on the ear, okay, and you can hear how hollow it is. Okay, you can hear how full it is. All right, like I said, the more hollow, the more ripe. But if you get it too hollow, where it literally sounds like there's nothing inside, you're just gonna have mush inside. So you have to play with it. Okay, and then lastly, and I forgot to mention this with the sight as well. On the watermelons, there's gonna be two sides. You're gonna have two butts. This is gonna be where the root is, or the stem is, I should say, or the vine, I guess, if you want to be accurate. The vine. All right. On the other side, obviously I can't show you, but there's going to be a tiny little butt. All right. And depending on how tiny that little butt is, and it's going to look like this, but it's going to be maybe tinier. All right. Depending on how tiny it is, the more ripe it is. Okay. So if you see it on the other side and it looks like this too, don't get it. All right. You want it to be a lot smaller. It's literally going to be the size of like you can't see it. Um, it's going to be like a tiny little dot. The smaller it is, the more ripe it is. Okay, those are all the ways of picking a ripe watermelon, and I only choose ripe fruit. That's the difference between if somebody will have like an enjoyable fruit fast or an easy transition over into fruits and plant-based and stuff. Depending on how you pick your fruits. If you don't know how to pick your fruits, you're not gonna like fruits. Okay? Picking the fruit is an art form. Picking the fruit is not just you're going and picking up whatever fucking fruit that you see. Picking a fruit, you have to be present. That goes for picking fruits in nature and our ancestors and how they did it. Okay, and it goes to you, and it applies now when you're shopping at wherever you shop at. Okay, you have to be present. You have to use your senses. All right, the smell. You have to use the senses. All right, like mangoes. If you cannot smell a mango, put it back. All right. Once I learned how to pick a watermelon, I've been eating it so much, so good. Yes. When you learn how to pick it, what? It's heaven. I'm like, what, bro? This is candy. You just, every bite, oh, wee. You know what I mean? So then when I'm talking about, hey, guys, I did 8 months of just fruit. Or, hey, guys, let's do on a 7 days fruit fast. People won't look at me crazy when you try the fruit that I'm giving. People will be like, oh, my God, I can do this every day. Yeah. Hmm. Wow. Amazing. Amazing, amazing. Do you eat plant-based in yard, or do you eat meat? So, oh, that was for somebody else. Okay. Does soil affect fruit? Of course, of course. I remember my wife would tell me, "Hey, don't plant that in that pot because then those fruits would taste like this." I thought that was interesting because I never heard that, but I've been gardening. I'm like, I never heard that. That's interesting. Okay, and I did it once, and I tried the fruit, and I'm like, whoa! It tasted the taste of it changed the taste of the fruit. So that's just one example of how the soil, what's in the soil, what plants are sharing soil with the fruit, and how it'll affect it. Another way it'll affect it is uh, if it can protect it from different diseases. So plants are exactly like humans, guys. Okay, and I want to make this connection more on my videos, and I will now that I'm talking about it. Plants are like humans. If you study a plant, you will understand the human. Okay? All plants need nutrients just like humans. Okay? And all plants have natural defense systems just like humans. So modern scientists will take a plant and extract one specific constituent in it or one chemical in it and be like, oh, look what it has. Oh my God, this will kill us. This is anti-nutrients. Oh, this is not good for us. We're not supposed to be eating this. But they didn't look at the entire pharmacy that's inside of that plant, like oxalates. The plants need defense mechanisms themselves. They need that. You're not going to have something that doesn't have zero defense mechanisms. It cannot have zero defense mechanisms. That is not natural. Just like humans, fucking animals have natural defense mechanisms, but these motherfuckers still eating cow tails and cow dick. Like, come on. This is crazy. Everybody has natural defense mechanisms. Okay? So, depending on if the nutrients of the soil is potent, okay, and diverse, and the microbiome of the soil is diverse, will depend on if that tree can fight off disease, if and pests, okay? If it cannot do that, what has to happen to the fruit? It must be sprayed because it cannot defend itself. So now you have to come in and defend the plant for it. Because there is a lack of diversity in the soil because we are monocropping everything because we're putting a whole row of 100,000 bananas in one fucking row and thinking they're all going to protect each other. What? If one plant got a weakness, they all got a weakness. Duh. That's why diversity is needed in life, and plants need diversity just like humans need diversity. Okay? The earth needs diversity. We can't be killing off all the fucking species thinking everything is going to be sweet. We need diversity. I'm adding lime to my water and a sprig of mint, and it tastes so good. I noticed the UTI feels better. Go on a 7-day fruit fast. You won't have a UTI. Go on 7 days of just melons. I don't care what melons they are. It can be watermelon, cantaloupe. I don't care what melons they are. As much melons as you can. I don't care if you eat 20 pounds of melons in a day. Eat as much watermelon that your body calls for 7 days. 3 days. I'll challenge you just 3 days. 3 days. Start off with 1 day. And if it goes good, do two. If it goes good, do three. And you will not have a UTI within the 7 days. And if you're using herbs, if you have like a nettle leaf, all you need is nettle leaf. You don't even need a whole array of herbs. You don't even need to go to our website and buy our herbs. You can go to Etsy, get a nettle leaf for or go outside. Especially if you live in London, there's probably nettle leaf all around you. This is the most hydrating fruit you can possibly grab. Cucumbers, watermelons, cantaloupe. I don't care what it is. I only farm watermelon, cantaloupe, and honeydew. That's fire. I would be so satisfied. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys for checking out the account. But go on, yeah, just go on a melon fast, and you will love your life. Especially if you have a UTI, you will love life. This is so good, bro. Wow, 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 wow. No, I don't recommend eating tahini, bro. First of all, I'm not Mexican. I don't even like tahini, okay? I don't like it. My wife kind of likes it, or she used to like it. My wife is Mexican. She used to like it. Her whole family uses it. Look, I hate tahini. Mm. Especially with fruits. I want to taste my fruit. I want to taste fruit. I like the taste of fruit. You know, it's literally candy to me. I always have when I was a kid. Even when I was a little kid, fruit was literally candy to me. So I was having a conversation last night with some people who love fruit as well, and I told them, I was like, I'm 28 right now. I still have time to fuck around, eat my little oyster burgers or whatever, my vegan this, plant-based that, whatever. Like last night at the event, I had vegan churros, gluten-free and vegan churros with coconut sugar. Come on, bro. What? Oh my God. With like a coconut sugar like sauce with, oh my God. It was so amazing. I wanted to cry. It was so good. And then I had vegan empanadas that were handmade right there with the portobello mushrooms inside, the homemade sauce. Come on, bruh. I can get away with that right now. I'm 28. I can detox this. I'm on a melon fast today. You know, take my gut cleanser. We're good. But when I'm 50, when I turn 50, I'm celebrating by just becoming a fruitarian. All I'm eating is fruit. Yes, soy puertorriqueño. What do you suggest for people with diverticulitis? It depends on what they're able to handle as far as food. Are you able to handle melons? Are you able to what fruit are you able to handle? You are able to handle melons? Then go on a fucking melon fast. But you need herbs at this point. Jamaican. Oh, I'm coming to Jamaica, bro. Give me like another year. Give me like another 2 years. I'm going to Jamaica. That's 100%. The deeper you go into the melon, the more sweet it is. Oh my God. When I first had this melon, it was like in the morning, it was like about right here. The deeper you go into it, oh, whew. With all fruits, so for the diverticulitis, grab our gut cleanser formula and our move your lymph. Okay, gut cleanser formula and move your lymph. They're both on our website. And then go on a 7-day melon fast. I don't care what melons they are. You drink water if you still like, drink teas that you like. Um, drink whatever you want. Okay, and then I want you to drink a lot of green juices. A lot of green juices. Okay, that you make at home, fresh green juices. If you don't have a juicer, you don't need one. Grab a blender, throw a bunch of greens in there. You can throw in beet greens. Um, you can do this: beet greens, apple, celery, cucumber. Okay, drink that 3 times a day, and a piece of aloe vera, like at least this big, aloe vera from the plant. Go over and cut a plant and literally just throw it in the blender, about this big, about 2 inches. Okay, at least one 2 inch piece of aloe vera every day. If you don't have aloe vera, try to get nopales, cactus from the store. Okay, cut up at least half of that cactus and put it into the smoothie or to the juice, not smoothie, juice. No smoothies, just juice. Okay, too much fiber in the smoothies. Okay, you blend that up. That's a super easy recipe, and that'll heal your gut up. All that chlorophyll and that mucilage from the aloe and the cactus. Oh yeah, I heard if you eat watermelon, you don't need to drink water. No, that's why it's called watermelon. Think of this as a water bottle. If you see it out in nature, you see it. It's like a water bottle. Where did the water come from? Inside the earth. It's like your own well water. Uh, I would say the nopales are better for that soothing the inflammation, but the aloe vera is better at rebuilding something. Aloe vera is like a growth stimulant, okay? And me being a gardener, and if since you're a gardener, I don't know if you know this or if you would like to know this, but the aloe vera is a growth stimulant for the roots. It's not only a growth stimulant for your roots, your nervous system, aka your hair, but it's also a growth stimulant for roots of plants. So whenever you're transplanting, dip it in a little aloe vera and put it in. Or if you want to propagate, or you want to grow roots on something in a glass jar with water, scrape some aloe vera and put it in that water. Or blend the aloe vera with the water and then put the plant in. It's a growth stimulant. It's going to grow roots extremely fast. So it also does that on the body. If you have a cut, you want to put aloe vera. On my son, I don't know how he got this like deep gash. He comes to me not even crying. He just has this deep ass gash that's bleeding. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? What's going on? He's like, oh, I hurt myself on the stairs. I'm like, okay. Put the aloe vera closed up not even like a day, the same night. Okay, and then the next day it was scarred over good, and then the couple days after that, boom, it's back to normal. Nothing's there, just from aloe vera. So it's a growth stimulant. Okay, so I wouldn't say it would stimulate B cell production. No, no. So it also, well, no, I wouldn't say it. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But from what I know, sure, you gotta have to look into that. You have to answer that yourself. Let me know. But it stimulates regeneration, is what I meant. Okay, it ignites this regeneration of the body, regeneration of the tissues that it touches. So for the GI tract, if you are having ulcers, if you are having air pockets, if you are having prolapses or hernias or some type of tearing in the body, okay, drinking the aloe vera is going to be better for that. If you have some type of like high acidity, if you have like some type of I don't know, like irritable bowels, okay, or an inflamed esophagus or something like that, then that's going to be the nopales. The mucilage on the nopales are usually a lot better for that, in my experience. You recommend it for type 1? Oh, for sure, the nopales. The nopales. The nopales. The nopales, and then I would also look at, there's a couple things that I would look at. And everybody's gluten intolerant, by the way. But I'll speak on that next. But for the type 1, I'll tell you exactly what I recommend because there's somebody else that is on here. For the type 1, I look at it as a lymphatic and a neurological issue. Endocrine slash neuro, endocrine slash nervous system. So for type 1, they say it's the destruction of the pancreas. Well, there's only one system that is going to destroy your pancreas inside the body. There is only one system that will destroy. It's so simple. Yeah, and it's so crazy to me that people don't, the doctors or anybody don't look at it like this. Your body has a lymphatic system. Okay, your body has a lymphatic system. All right, that lymphatic system is a waste system, it's a sewer system, it's the garbage system, it's the immune system, it's the, you know, gets rid of the impurities, cleans up the dumping site. When you have a car crash, who comes in? The cleaners come in, sweep everything away, sweep all the glass away. Okay, when you have a trauma in the body or a toxin in the body or an inflammatory response in the body or uh, some type of physical trauma to the body or something, who's going to come clean it up? The lymphatic system. Okay, then who come fix it? Who fixes the spot? Who fixes the light bulb? Who comes and fixes this trauma to the body? Who came in and healed up my son's gash that I just talked about? Who came and did that? It's not going to be the same system that took away the stuff, right? It's going to be the blood, the cleaners, the healers, the rebuilders. Okay, but both are needed. If you're bringing blood to somewhere that it has the trash hasn't been cleaned out, if you can't get rid of the old, nothing new is going to form, and that's our problem. Okay, that's a majority of man's problem. They're not able to get rid of the trash so that the new can rebuild. And you can apply that in any part of your life, pretty much. So for type 1, it is the destruction, it is the lymphatic stagnation, the lymphatic destruction of the pancreas. Okay. Type 2 is more so the adrenal glands. Okay. That's why type 2, it can fluctuate with people because it's just based on their adrenal function. It's just based on basically if they're stressed or not, or if they're putting stress into their body, if they're putting all this adrenaline and cortisol into their body, whether from stress or you're eating the cortisol and the adrenaline from the fucking animals. But that's usually a type 2. That's why it's so much easier to fix that. And there's people that think that's not even reversible. That's crazy to me. But type 1 is a lot more aggressive because it is the destruction. It's not just the neurological. Yes, it is neurological as well. And the endocrine system, meaning that it does not understand, it doesn't have communication. Okay, it doesn't have the proper amount of power. It doesn't have the proper amount of just understanding. Okay, that is the endocrine and the nervous system where they come into play. The messages, the hey, produce this much. Okay, hey, stop producing. That's the neurological and the endocrine system. All right, so yes, it's not only it's that, but it's also the lymphatic destruction, which makes type 1 a lot more harder because that you have to actually have like a plan to get it out. With type 2 with the neurological, it's like, oh, my diabetes fluctuates. This is my blood sugar, this is my blood sugar. Like sometimes I'm fine, sometimes I'm not with type 2. Then type 1 is just so you have to have an actual plan in reversing that and getting that out. I made a video a couple days ago talking about how you don't fight and defeat disease. Okay? You don't, you simply just eliminate it. You reverse it. Okay? It's not even like curing it either. It's literally like you have to reverse disease. All right? Because it was not there in when man was created. When this universe and this Mother Earth and everything, all the powers that be came and created man, and they put this disease, right? So what happened? What was brought into it to make it dysfunctional? When you look at it like that, it becomes so much easier. It becomes so much simpler. It becomes like, duh, wow. Why didn't I think about it like that, Joseph? It's because you've been fed so much bullshit that it's like common sense is not common anymore. And common sense is what is going to heal the world. Because common sense is ancestral knowledge. Common sense is balance. Okay? So, You have the destruction of the pancreas, and then you're going to have the rebuilding of the pancreas. Okay, so there are herbs for each one of that. There's herbs for the cleansing of the lymphatic. Okay, and that would be like your nettle leaf and your cleavers and your burdock roots. And then you have things like the builders, or the cleansers will also be the sarsaparillas as well, for sure. Okay, you have the cleansers like the dandelion root as well. And then you have the builders like fo tea or he, she. I don't know how to say the other name of it. He, she, woo. Fo tea. That's what I like to call it. Okay, you have all these ginsengs, and you have those are the only ones I can think of for some reason for the building. Okay, sarsaparilla can be a little bit of a builder as well. Licorice root can be a builder as well. And then you have herbs for the neurological function. Okay, and that's when you would target more like the nervines, digestive nervines. Okay, so there's an art behind it. There's an art behind it. But with the type 1, I usually recommend to work with somebody. Work with somebody you trust. It don't have to be me. You don't have to book a consultation, but if you want to, you can. But find a herbalist, find a natural. You just have to make sure the mindset is on point and not like I was saying, fighting the disease and this going after the scary disease and giving you a bunch of supplements. It's not the route to take. You have to reverse the you have to reverse the damage. I truly have beautiful dreams when I eat fruit and stop at 5 to 6. I like to sleep again because fruits are the lightest thing on your body. We have been taught to eat, bro. This watermelon and the seeds as well. I'm chewing on the seeds as well. It's almost done. I'm almost there. I feel like fruits are gonna naturally help release melatonin. Fruits are gonna naturally help stimulate the third eye, okay, which is gonna put you to sleep, but also gonna bring you to the dream realm, to the spirit world. Fruits are very easily digested, so the body is not working. It's now well nourished, hydrated, and able to work at night. Okay, so fruits do all of that. So when you're eating, that's the last thing that you ate. That's the last thing that's in your tummy, and you stop at 5 or 6, bro. Compared to what the normal dinners are, which is around 5 or 6, and you're eating the heaviest meal of the day, and you're eating potatoes, and you're eating rice with the potatoes and the meat and the tortillas, and you're eating all of this heavy ass food that takes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8+ hours to break down fully, and you have to sleep for 8 hours, and you're digesting all 8 hours. Okay, I used to eat till midnight. Okay, so that's why your body isn't able to fully send you out into the spirit world. That's why people don't have dreams at night anymore. And not having dreams is the way that they keep you here, keep you in like a slave. Not having dreams is how they keep you here like a fucking slave. Because this is not real. It's as real as we think it is, but it's not real. So the spirit world is the real one. This is a dream. You ever watch Avatar? And he's going so much into the spirit realm, or spirit realm. He's going so much as a Navi, and he's into their world that at a certain point in time he wakes up as his human body, and he's like, "Whoa, what the fuck is going on? That feels real out there, and this feels like a just a shitty dream." His human life, he's like, "This is kind of just like a shitty dream." That's because it is just a dream. It's not real. It's not real. This is a small blimp, a dream. So then when we go to sleep at night, we can return back to where we really are, who we truly are. And they don't let you do that because they tell you to eat rice, potatoes, and meat at night, and it keeps you digesting, and your body can't dream. And if you do have dreams, it's just nightmares, just reliving traumas. Yeah. Vegan diet didn't give you erectile dysfunction. I used to have erectile dysfunction. That was part of my whole journey. I used to be impotent. I used to shoot the blanks. I have two beautiful children now, and I can get it up on command. We're all adults here. The vegan diet didn't give you erectile dysfunction. Any problem you have in the body is a organ problem. Okay, so you look at your organs that needed the fucking adrenaline of the meat that you were eating in order to maintain and sustain yourself, because your body, okay, your body is so weak that when you remove the inflammation that's keeping your ass going, you get revealed how weak it really is, and you don't like it. So you go back to eating the adrenaline that's coming from the meat, because they're so scared as animals that are being farmed, repopulated, and slaughtered and enslaved, just like humans once were. You're eating straight adrenaline. That's what it is. So it powers up those organs that will power up and bring that blood flow to that, and power up that testosterone, really acidic, that testosterone comes in, and it powers up the things you want powered up. But at what cost? That's why people who go vegan, I'm not a fruitarian, but I have a fruitarian mindset. And the reason why I say that is because, yeah, I'll eat watermelon for a week. Yeah, I'll eat fruits for 8 months like I did a couple years ago. But at the end of the day, I'm still young. I'm Puerto Rican. I'm living in Southern California. I got a Mexican wife. I love flavors. I love cooked food too. You know what I mean? Like I said, I ate vegan churros last night. Man, that shit was amazing. I wouldn't take that back for the world. But I have a fruitarian mindset because I do believe that we are fruitarian. I do believe the human species is fruitarian. I know and believe that that is our natural makeup for sure. But it's just fucking 2023, and I'm getting hyped off of some vegan empanadas. You know what I mean? As I said, when I'm 50, it's all just fruits. But until then, I can still fuck around. But I do see cooked food as like my cheat meals. This is damn. I really wanted that piece. This is the I know that this is real food, actual food. Everything else is just it's just play. That's how I see it. So when I overeat, I know what to come back to. Like wintertime, we all overeat in the wintertime. We go party here, party there, all these types of things going on. We all overeat because that's the culture that's the society that they created, where we overeat in the wintertime when we're supposed to undereat, if anything, because we're not supposed to overeat. We're supposed to, you know, fast, lose things, just like the winter, just like the trees. The trees don't always keep all of their leaves. There's a time where they shed their bark, they shed their leaves, animals shed their skins. Humans have to shed shit too, but we never do that because we just keep consuming. So in the wintertime, when I do overeat, I know what to come back to. Lentils or beans anymore? Do you eat lentils or beans? I do eat lentils for sure. Yesterday, oh my God, yesterday my wife made this like lentil soup. Oh my God. With some mushrooms and like little sweet potatoes and this like broth. Bruh. That shit was so good. I had like 3 bowls. Are you serious? But usually, no, I don't. I don't eat grains anymore. I don't eat rice. I don't eat rice anymore. If I do eat a grain, it's like a quinoa because we're at a restaurant and that's what they have, type shit. But I don't eat grains anymore. I rarely eat beans. I'll eat the lentils. Sometimes I'll eat chickpeas in the form of like hummus and shit. Um, I do eat noodles sometimes if I'm doing like rice noodles or whatever, some type of buckwheat noodles or whatever. Because my wife loves making noodles for the kids. But I know I just have the understanding of what is food, what heals, and what doesn't. Simple as that. And that's the understanding that I try to preach to people. A lot of people will be like, not a lot, but some people will come and be like, oh, you're just spreading vegan propaganda. Notice how I never said I was vegan. Notice how in any of my videos, I'll never tell you to go vegan. The whole thing that I'm trying to get you to understand is that fruits and raw veggies are the healers. Everything else is play shit. Everything else is play. Everything else is flavors, it's art, it's just to stimulate the senses, just to have a good time with somebody, a social thing. Like everything else is that. Have the awareness that the fruits and the veggies and the herbs are the ones that heal. So if you are in a state where you need to heal, let go of the other shit, at least for the time being. But we have become so addicted to food that we can't even do that. It becomes a problem. What? I can't leave my popcorn at night with the cheese and the bro. What? Just let it go. Like you have swelling in your feet, you can't even walk. What are you talking about? Okay, this is my whole thing. If I have an agenda, this is the agenda. Just to make people aware of that, and then teach people how to use it for themselves. Okay, teach people how to use it for themselves. I don't need processed food, and a lot of vegan eat processed food. Exactly. That's why you'll never hear me say vegan or anything like that. Just eat plants, bro. You know how many edible plants there are? There are 20,000 plus. Plus. That means there is basically an infinite. I can't give you a, but there's a number out there that's like 20,000. 20,000 plus edible plants in the world. And I think there's more. I think there's way more. 20,000, but you guys are stuck on your rice and chicken, your fucking beef and potatoes, your fish and chips or whatever the fuck. You guys can't leave the same 4 or 5 items. There are 20,000 edible plants. You can't even count that fucking high. Come on. In one sitting, you cannot even count that high. You can't even know it. You don't even know what that looks like. You've never even heard 20,000 names before. You don't even know, you've never even seen 20,000 different species before. Like, there are 20,000 plus edible plants. So why in the fuck would we not be able to be all plant-based? Come on now. It makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to me. So I eat plants. I don't like to do and I like things that are made from hand. I like chefs. I like things that are made. Like those churros, he made them all right there. The gluten-free this and that. The empanadas, she made them all right there. The dough, like we can just make things with our hands and it can be plants and that's okay. Plant-based. No, there's no such thing as a plant-based diet being lacking. There's no such thing. You have to get out of that mindset if you want to heal anything. You have to get out of that mindset. Okay? It is not it is not that. The plants have all the nutrients in the world. Nutrients are not lacking in this world. Okay? Nutrients are not lacking in this. There's no lack on Mother Earth. Okay? There's no lack when it comes to her. All right? The problem is, yes, one problem definitely is the monocropping that we do. We need food forests, not monocrop. Two, we need to be able to digest and absorb these things properly and use them properly. That is humans' fucking problem. Would you guys think I get my shit from Mount Hallelujah or some shit? I get this from the farmer's market. Everybody else goddamn gets it from. Do you think I get my fruits from the heavens itself? Come on. I shop wherever everybody else fucking shops. Why are they having problems but I'm not having problems? Okay? It is not the food itself. All nutrition, all nutrients are coming from plants, whether you think about it, whether you like it or not. Even omega 3s in the fish. Where do the fish get the fucking omega 3s from? They have to eat algae. They have to intake algae, plants. Okay? So plants are where all nutrition come from. Everything. It comes from the earth. The earth, the plants. It's not a hard concept to understand, guys. All right? We just have to be able to digest it, absorb it, and then use it properly. And the fact that homeboy told me that his penis didn't work when it came to a vegan diet means neurologically and your blood flow and your lymphatic system's all fucked up. Okay? All right? It is all about the organs. We blame everything else but our organs. We blame this disease, this name that we found on the internet, this random blugga blugga itis. It is the organs. All right? If your small intestine, let's bring it up. What is your saliva like? pH, do a pH of your saliva. If it is not alkaline, you are not imbalanced. Your saliva has to be alkaline, cannot be acidic. That means it's rotting away your teeth and you don't even know it. Your own fluids in your mouth. This has to be alkaline. It has to be. Okay? And then when you go down, so if this is fucked up, your whole entire digestive system, if the very first door you can't even get through it, you don't even focus about anything else. Fix that first. Okay? After that, you want to look at your stomach. When you eat something, are you burping? If that, the acids in your and the pH of your stomach is off. Fix that. When you eat, do you start bloating? If that's a problem, automatically your pancreas is off. Liver, gallbladder has to be off. I'm bloated 100% of the time. So you're saying the plants fucked you up, but you weren't even able to digest the plants in the beginning. Do you see what I mean? I just ate this whole watermelon. I'm not fucking bloated. I just ate this whole I just ate this whole watermelon. I'm not bloated. Why? Okay, why? Because my organs are working properly. Bloating, it just means that you are not digesting properly. It means your pancreas is not producing properly. Okay? It means it wasn't broken down. All right? Fruits and veggies. Yeah, I know. Because your pancreas is not working, my friend. So in this case, and this is why the knowledge is important. Okay? Because you're doing everything that you can. Shout out to you for that. I detoxed, I did this, but fruits and veggies make me bloat. Well, that means you're not even digesting. So what you would do is before you eat anything, you are going to have some type of warming type tea. You're going to have a warming tea. All right? Some type of tea that stimulates the digestive juices. Okay? Some type of digestive herb, a dandelion root, a fennel seed. One of my favorites, fennel and ginger together. fennel and ginger, at least 10 minutes before you eat anything, before you put anything into your mouth. You have to have that. Okay, but because now you need, your digestive juices are not flowing like they're supposed to. So now you need herbal assistance to move those digestive juices now. You've gotten to a point where it's a little too far gone. You can't just rely on the health of your organs at this moment. This is why herbal knowledge is so important, because there are herbs out there that will help you with every function of your body. This is why the knowledge is important. One of understanding what is wrong, what organ, not what disease name, not what bacteria strain, not whatever the fuck, what organ is fucked up. Okay? And when you look at that, you find the herb that pairs with that organ. There is a herb for every single organ, every single system, every single function of the body. So then you replace it for a little bit for the time being. Okay? You fill yourself up with the nutrients that powers up your body, that hydrates your body, and now your body is able to take care of the issue. Hey, I don't need the organs, bro. I'm good now. Okay? This is what healing is. It's so simple. It's so fucking simple. That's all healing is when it comes to diseases. Okay, that's not even the hard part. The hard part is the emotional part. The hard part is why you kept going and eating those foods that you know were fucking you up. Why did you keep going to the bar even though you know that alcohol was fucking up your liver? Why did you keep doing this action? Why did you keep staying with this person? Why did you, that part is the hard part. The emotional, the mental, and the spiritual part. That part is hard. The fucking eating and the fruits is not hard, bro. God damn. I went on fruits and veggies for 3 months and started passing out daily. That is your nervous system. That is your nervous system. You had low, 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 low blood pressure. And I talk about this all the time. Inflammation in your body can either speed you up and get you moving, like Muddy. I think that's the name. Like Muddy. He got rid of the inflammatory foods, went to plants, and then his blood pressure went low. Nothing is keeping him up. Nothing is keeping him up. Okay? His neurological system is weak. His like neurological output is weak. So basically his batteries are low, essentially, if you want to keep it simple. All right? Your blood pressure will determine your neurological kind of like output will determine if you are, or if you're, I hate life, oh my god, I want to die. Right? I'm depressed, I'm anxious, I'm just this, or you're passing out. Okay? That's your neurological output. That's from your adrenal glands. Okay? And for people that have high blood pressure, a lot of people don't even have actual high blood pressure. Sure, it looks like it because that's just the inflammation, that's your kidneys. But the thing on top of your kidneys, the brain, is what's actually fucked up. And you realize that when you remove the inflammatory foods, when you remove the inflammation, you go back to normal. And your normal, your actual normal, when you remove the inflammatory foods, is actually really low and a lot closer to death than you may have thought. The only thing that was keeping you up was the inflammation from the foods. The only thing. Or the coffees and the caffeines that you guys drink. Once you remove all that, remove all the stimulants, because the meat is a stimulant. I tell people this all the time. The meat, it ain't nothing different than a coffee. Okay? The meat is a stimulant. The meat is going to get you, if you want to go kill somebody, you want to go to war, you have a boxing match, you have a wrestling match, eat meat. You'll be good. You have that energy, right? As soon as that wears off, okay? So that's the neurological. All right. Hi, Vibe and Nisha. What's up, Nisha? But that's the problem. I'm a boxer. I used to be a boxer too, bro. Puerto Rican, so like my whole family are fucking boxers, bro. But I used to be a boxer too, and so look. It gets complex now. It gets a little weird now. It gets a little weird now because that adrenaline is what's keeping you alive in the fight. You know, right? Because that boxing to the body is a life or death situation. Boxing is like the modern day version of, like the gladiators, and they used to do it to death. Even though you may not die, 99% of the people don't die, your body is in a life or death situation. That's why you can get knocked out 4 times, and on that fifth time you're getting up, you're like, and you win the fight because your body is spitting out so much fucking adrenaline and just like all these survival hormones. And then after you're done, you are depleted. Severe hyperactivity and hypervigilance. Yeah, the neurological. The neurological. Grab our nerve repair bundle. Okay? Nerve repair bundle on our website. We have bundles for everything. Okay? Nerve repair bundle. If it's that bad, grab the bundle. But yeah, if you're a boxer, that's gonna be another thing. Yeah, you're gonna have to hit me up one-on-one consultation type shit, cause uh, yeah. But I'm gonna let you guys go, okay? I need to take a piss like crazy. This watermelon's going through me now. I've been on live for way too long. I appreciate you guys. If you want to get any of our herbs, any of our bundles, go over to our website, Life the Plant Way. It's over in the link in our bio, lifetheplantway.com. If you want to book a one-on-one consultation, link in my bio, josephoctaviani.com, first name, last name. If you want to join our school, we have a online academy, Life in Nature. That's lifeandnature.info. Link in the bio. Everything is in the link in the bio. If you want to check out our YouTube for longer content, Life the Plain Way TV. Link in the bio. Okay? Everything is in the link in the bio. I appreciate you guys for staying on this live for this long. And yeah, go get your watermelons, people.